Hello everyone. So in the third part of the series, we will be this is the third part of the algebra series, and today we'll be discussing about the powers and expressions. So okay, so we'll start a discussion with powers, bases, and exponents. Bases, exponents. Okay. So we'll take up an example. First of all, say let's say 3 raised to the power 5. Okay. This is the superscript. The superscript we address it as raised to the power. This is basically the exponent. Okay, this is the exponent. All right. This the number to which the power is raised. That number is called as a base. Okay, this is the base. And the entire expressions, these kind of expressions, they are called as a powers. So this entire expression can be referred to as power. All right. Now the thing is that now whenever you get to see these kind of expressions, they are referred to as the powers. Okay, base is the number to which the power is raised, and uh, uh, base is the number to which the exponent is raised, and the superscript is the exponent. Okay, now the thing is that what does this mean? What is the meaning of this? Okay, so we have 3 raised to the power 5. What is the meaning? The meaning is 3 is multiplied 5 times. Okay, so this means 3 3 3 times 3 times 3. Okay, the number of times it is multiplied is the exponent, and the number which is multiplied, it is the base. So if we have to define it, we can define it in this way, that base is the number we are multiplying, number multiplied. Okay, and exponent can be addressed as how many times it is multiplied. Okay, how many times it is multiplied. Fine. Okay, how many times it is multiplied. How do we understand exponents? Exponents are basically in the power expressions. Exponents will be the superscripts. Okay, exponents will be the superscripts. Fine, exponents will be the superscripts. Okay, up to this much I hope it is clear. All right. Now the thing is that when we are getting any question, okay, which kind of questions will you be expected to solve? All right, which kind of questions will you be expected to solve? So you can get identification of bases and exponents, although I do not think so that you might expect that. Um, but another kind of questions which you can expect is, which will be the most common type of question, is to solve equations involving powers. Okay, to solve equations involving powers. Now, to solve equations involving powers, we'll have to understand to solve equations involving powers, we'll have to understand order of operations. Okay, we'll have to understand order of operations. So, order of operations. Okay, order of operations. Order of operations. Why do we use this? We use this to solve algebraic equations involving powers. We use this to solve to solve algebraic equations involving powers. Fine. Now, what is it? Okay. First thing is that we will, so it also broadly follows the Bodmas concept only. Okay. This also follows the uh, Bodmas concept broadly. Okay. So first let us I'll explain you with the help of examples, but before that let us see what are the steps involved. Okay, what are the steps involved? So in the first step you will have to basically simplify the expression, all right, inside the parenthesis, that is the um, Bodmas. Okay, see, simplify expression, okay, inside inside grouping symbols. Okay, inside the grouping symbols. What do we mean by the grouping symbols? The grouping symbols basically are the parenthesis. Okay, they are the parenthesis. All right, brackets and brackets and fraction bars. All right, fraction bars. First, we will simplify and solve whatever is present inside this. Fine. Next thing that we are going to do is that we will now evaluate. Okay, evaluate the bars. Evaluate the bars. Fine. Evaluate the bars. Third thing is third. Now we will do the basic mathematic part, that is the calculations. Okay, basic mathematic parts, that is the calculations. All right, we'll do the addition and the subtraction. Fine. So first what we will do is, in the first part of the algebra, I had discussed about the allowed mathematical expressions. If you haven't watched it, just go and have a watch. And in the there I had discussed that what do we mean by allowed algebraic operations. So suppose you have an algebraic equation, okay, and within that algebraic equation, of course, you'll have multiple terms. Now within that multiple terms, what algebraic operations are you allowed to carry out, that I have discussed in that video. You can have a look there. Okay, now in step 3 onwards, we will carry out all the algebraic operations. Okay, now here the algebraic operations that we will carry out, it will follow in which order. Okay, if you have already seen that allowed mathematical operations, you will understand. If not, go and watch it. So first thing that we are going to do is, we will do the multiplication and division, and then we will do the addition and subtraction. Okay, so here we will do the multiplication and division. Okay, multiplication, multiplication, division. All right, and lastly we will do the addition, subtraction, addition, subtraction. Fine. Now let us have a look let us take an example to understand this. All right, um, we'll go to the next page so you can take a screenshot of this. Okay, see, question. All right, now let us take the question. Let's say a cube minus b squared plus c over a plus ab plus c. Okay, given that a equals 4, b equals negative of 3, and c equals 7. Okay, so first thing is that we will see, in any equation that you get, in any algebraic equation, the first thing that you are going to check is that it can be further simplified or not. Okay, how do we understand that it is further simplified or not? Now whatever allowed algebraic operations are, you are allowed to carry out, pertaining to the question, if all have been completed, or everything is carried out, then it means that the equation is in the simplified form. If not, that means you will have to simplify it. Okay, now here we see that it is already in the simplified format. How do we understand it's in the simplified format? See, if you look at every term, okay, if you look at every term, we have them in the simplified form. We There is no other algebraic operation that can be carried out further to break it down. Okay, so we have anything in common which we can take? No, we do not have a in c. Okay, and also in the second term we have a in the denominator, whereas in the other terms we have a in the numerator. Okay, so here we cannot do anything more. So what we'll do, we'll go for with the by putting in the values. Okay, directly. All right, so let's go and put on the values. Fine. Okay. So here we go. All right. 4q minus b square. Okay. Now b square. Will we simply write like this, or should we write like this? The first one or the second one? Should we put it in brackets or should we not? Okay. The answer you will give me in the comment section. Now I'm going to tell you the answer. You will put it in the brackets. Okay. You will put it in the brackets. Why is it so? See, this and this, these two are different. Okay, these two are different. Okay, these two are different. Fine. Now when you are when in the question it is stated that b square and b's value is negative of 3 and b's value is negative of 3, that means when we are doing b square, we have to do whole negative of 3 whole square. Okay, we have to do whole negative of 3 whole square. And how do you understand that whole, it is it whole negative of 3 whole square or not? That is, you will put a parenthesis or a bracket. Okay, bracket means the entire thing is under the square, so the negative is also under the square. Okay, negative is also under the square, so you get negative of 3 whole square. Okay, I hope that's clear. Okay, plus c, plus c. Okay, what is c? C is 7. Okay, over a is 4. Fine. Plus ab, a times b. Okay, 4 times negative of 3 plus c. Okay, 7. Fine. Equals, now 4 cube is what? 64 minus 2. This is 9 plus 7 over 4 plus this becomes negative of 12 plus 7. Fine. So we get 64 minus. Now, when we are calculating this, we are not taking this into account. This negative of sign is before this entire fraction. Okay, this negative of sign is before this entire fraction and not before this line. Okay, so we will just calculate this and put it after the negative sign. This negative sign is before this entire thing. I'm telling you again. Okay, so this becomes 16 over 4 plus this is negative of 12 plus 7. So we get it as negative of 5. Now solve this. First divide. Okay, this is 4. So you get 64 minus 4. Okay, minus 5. Fine. So the answer is 55. Got it? This is how we do it. Okay, this is how we do it. Alright. And this is how you simplify the basic algebraic equations also. Okay, the basic algebraic equations are also simplified in this manner. Okay, suppose I give you an example. All right, you have, let's say um, one third m minus 4n plus 2 times 2 over 3m. Okay. Now, if you have a problem in understanding whether it is present in the simplified form or not, I would suggest you to go and check the video number 1 once again. Okay, so this is not present in the simplified form of the algebraic equation. Why is it not present in the simplified form of the algebraic equation? Is because here you see that two like terms. Okay, how do we understand like terms? Suppose you have one variable, all right, and you have another term involving the same variable. Okay, if you get to see those kinds of terms in a single algebraic equation, that means the algebraic equation is not simplified. So here we get to see that the algebraic equation is not simplified. Okay, now since it is not simplified, so first thing that we'll do is we'll simplify it. Now we'll simplify it. So we see that 1/3 m, and we see 2 over 2/3 m. We'll first add these two. Okay, and anyways we cannot subtract 4n from it, because see, suppose you are adding kilometer to hours, you cannot do that, right? So it is similar concept with the variables also. Two different variables means two different unlike terms, what we call it. Okay, so unlike terms cannot be added or subtracted. Fine. So here we go, simplifying the algebraic equations. So see what we do. So this is 1/3 of m minus 4n plus, simplify this, this is 6 8 over 3 m. Okay, so this becomes 9 over 3m minus 4n. This is 3m minus 4n. Okay, this is how you solve algebraic or simplify algebraic equations also. We'll stop our video here. Okay, we'll resume from here in the next class.